We have a special guest joining us for Mining Minutes today. His name is David Jones, and he's the Director and Senior Geologist for Minaurum Gold, Inc. That is coming up. And joining me on the line is David Jones. David, thank you for being with me today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.
So David, you're an expert with the Guerrero Gold Belt in Mexico. Tell me some of the big discoveries that you've made there.
Well, I first went to Guerrero in 1994 on behalf of Tech Corporation as the project manager and chief geologist, basically a quote-unquote hired gun to help unravel the secrets of a property called New Kai. New Kai is now part of the Los Filos, Goldcorp Los Filos mine project. The flagship discovery we made there is called Los Filos, and that's why the property, actually, the whole project is named after that major discovery. But an interesting thing about those discoveries was that after Tech gave me an introductory tour back in '94, I went back to my hotel room and I was summarily unimpressed with what I saw. And I thought I had made a mistake, perhaps taking the job. And 6 years, 800 drill holes, and $15 million later, excuse me, we had proven up at least 4 million ounces of resources. So it was quite a surprise to all of us. When I first went up to Los Filos, it was a 2-hour hike up a trail. And once you got up to the area, there was absolutely nothing to see. There was no interesting surface geology, no surface geochemistry of interest, no geophysical anomaly. And it was purely a geologic discovery. And one of the things for people to keep in mind who don't know much about the Guerrero Gold Belt is that many of these deposits are blind discoveries, meaning that there is very little surface indication, and that would include, again, Los Filos, the flagship of the region. That would include New Strike's Ana Paula resource, which is on the order of now estimated 2.2 million ounces. And as well, the new exciting discoveries that Torex is having in an area called Media Luna. All of these are blind discoveries, and so what that means is that there's a lot more to be found in the belt.
Now, Minaurum holds an impressive land package within the belt. What kind of volume of precious metals are we looking at, and what can Minaurum do with them?
Well, at this point, since the late 1980s, the discovery rate along the Guerrero Gold Belt has been about 600,000 ounces per year. And that's a pretty remarkable number that shows no signs of abating. Minaurum, our holdings are about 18,000 hectares. It comprises 3 principal projects, and the flagship project is about 20 kilometers southeast of the Los Filos open pit. It's called Huelco's del Destino, which is actually named after a favorite Bob Dylan tune of mine. And that has the identical geology to what you see at Los Filos in terms of intrusive rock types, alteration, and structure. And if we, applying a modicum of experience, diligence, and luck, we believe that if we have success in our upcoming drill program there, that we could have an entirely separate gold camp within 20 kilometers of the Los Filos open pit. So that's what we're shooting for. We have 2 other projects called El Porfido and Jackie, which are somewhat offset from the main Guerrero Gold Belt trend. But we also have significant reason to believe that if we find anything in those areas, it could be of multi-million ounce size. So we're very encouraged, and we continue to be optimistic and persistent.
New gold discoveries have been in decline in recent years, which makes this a significant holding for Minaurum. Where do you see gold discoveries in the next few years?
Well, what we see, basically, I look at the discovery curve, and in the Guerrero Gold Belt, there's absolutely no sign of abatement in the rate of discovery. As I mentioned, 600,000 ounces of new resources defined per year since the late 1980s. The recent announcement of the resource by New Strike at Ana Paula, over 2 million ounces, and the spectacular results that Torex Gold is getting are south of the river in the Media Luna area, where they're drilling over ounce material in some of these drill holes. And so we'll see probably another, in my estimate, probably another 1 million or 2 ounces there. And again, once we get ramped up in our drilling, assuming we hit something, we should see multiple million ounces coming out of that if we get lucky. Well, to our southeast of Wilco, so Cisco is currently drilling, and they have an extremely aggressive drill program of up to 4 drill rigs going as we speak. So I don't see any sign of any slacking off of the discovery rate in the Guerrero Gold Belt. And I would add that that's one of the few rare areas probably in the world where we're seeing that consistent rate of discovery over a long period of time.
As we all know, the mining industry is going through some tough times right now with finding investments. How is Minaurum positioned financially moving forward?
Well, one of the advantages we have is unlike a lot of other companies, we have an extremely low burn rate. We're operating on about $30,000 per month, all in, for keeping things moving forward. And because of the fact that we have such a strategic holding within the Guerrero Gold Belt, we are now planning to drill 7,000 meters at Wilco's del Destino along the belt, and we've received significant interest in that from multiple investors and investors groups, and as we go to finance that, we don't expect any problem in raising that money. Again, our focus is we're very disciplined people with a lot of experience, and we don't waste time or money on unnecessary things. And I think in this market, you have to demonstrate that to be credible, and we certainly feel we're credible, and we're going to move forward even in the face of these strong market headwinds. But we remain optimistic and persistent, and that's all we can ask for.
Excellent, David. Thank you very much for your time today.
You bet. My pleasure.
And thank you for watching this edition of Mining Minutes Wrap-Up. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to send them to newsfeedback@kitco.com. And before we let you go, we'll leave you with movers and shakers.